Have you ever struggled with feelings of frustration and disappointment due to a setback or an error in your judgment or a mistake you've made? And how do you handle it? And do you find that you're repeating the same mistakes over and over to the point where you say, oh God, it's a habit. I can't believe I've done this again. Hi, my name is Ken Kasha. It's my pleasure to serve as the lead instructor and international training director for the Silva method. Thanks for watching. Glad you're here. I'm also the founder of the Trust Your Intuition Academy. And in today's video, I want to talk to you, share with you actually a tool, a hack if you want to call it, of how to forgive yourself with more compassionate communication, more compassionate self-talk. This is vital if you're a high performer, if you're building a business, if you want to increase your sales, if you want to enrich and or attract a special relationship, if you're an athlete, a singer, an artist, and you want to enhance your performance in any area, even if you want to take a few strokes off your golf game, manage your health and fitness, take off some weight. This is vitally important and I believe necessary. It's been nearly 5 decades for me in this work. I started when I was 20 and I've traveled all over the world working with up close and personal in live trainings, in 4-day events with the Silva method, also my coaching practice. And this is a tool that I've applied in my own life from time to time. And I've learned this lesson the hard way, as well as teaching it to my clients, my students. And I can tell you, stay with me, listen closely, wait to the end, take some notes, because this is something that you can actually see a difference from day to day. It's measurable, it's quantifiable. And what I'm going to share with you is how to be more compassionate with yourself when you experience those inevitable setbacks, those inevitable mistakes that we all make, because nobody and no one and nothing is perfect. And I know you know that. And even the question of have you ever felt, the frustration, of course, we all have. We've all been there and done that more times than we care to remember. And in my own life, in my own career, and with my own students, I too have felt that, and I learned the lesson the hard way. And as a result, I've developed this tool, this technique, some like to call it a hack, a life hack, that can make a world of difference. So before we go into that in detail, just give you a quick science piece, quick background, both psychology and neuroscience. You've heard, we all know, whatever you give attention to, you give energy to. And whatever you give energy to will grow and multiply. Agreed? I know you know that. However, it's no longer a metaphysical concept. It's no longer just based on anecdotal evidence. There's a massive amount of research in neuropsychology, in neuroscience, in the way we're wired, that demonstrates time and again our thoughts are a trigger, a catalyst, if you will, sets something loose. And when we think a thought about someone, something, or the mistake, or the error in judgment, positive or negative, it elicits feelings. We have feelings, emotions, how we feel it. So sometimes a smile and joy, and sometimes we feel like crap. Those feelings, though, then cause the brain to release neurochemicals. This is important to understand. This is the science part. And those chemicals affect our physiology. Everything about us. How we feel, yes. Also, whether our muscles are tight, and whether when we're exercising we're going to get injured, or whether we're playing a sport get injured, or whether our voice will crack when we're singing, or whether or not we will have the right tone that communicates I care, that communicates I can help you, or a tone that's full of stress and angst. And sometimes it can be very subtle how it affects our facial features, our body language, all of which directly influences what? The outcome, the results. Whether we excel and take it to another level, or whether we trip and fall and make the same mistake or get stuck. So how about you? Can you relate? Have you had that experience of feeling like you're just stuck in the same old repetitive pattern? This could be a game changer. In fact, I know it's a game changer when you apply it. So what happens? Think about it. What I want you to do right now is let me get some engagement with you mentally. When you are doing your best, you're living your life in the morning, you set your goals. You mentally rehearse, you visualize your goals. You prioritize what's most important, maybe your top 3 priorities. And if you're not already doing that, please do. It's important, isn't it? And if you are, yes. So maybe you do this in your meditation, maybe in your journal, whatever it might be. Then we move through the day, ideally, and we bring our best self with us. Well, what happens is, what's your knee-jerk reaction? What's that immediate reaction? I will call a reaction when you make a mistake. When you do something silly. Oh my God, I can't believe I did it again. And some people would say, I'm such an idiot. Oh. I know sometimes it seems that way. Silly joke, I know. But it's not uncommon for people to beat themselves up emotionally. And if we keep doing that, if you keep doing that, you will punch holes in your emotional makeup, in your demeanor, and it will affect everything about you in your life. It'll even contribute to sleepless nights or difficulty getting a good quality sleep, let alone your health and your well-being. It just adds too much distress into your state of being and cause us to get stuck in the dead past. So what do you do when you go to bed? It's been my observation that a big, huge mistake. Well-educated people on the path, that they make it because they want to do their best. They want to really make a difference and make a contribution and be there for people. So here we are getting ready to go to sleep. What is your pattern? Some people go over the day and shit on themselves. I should have done this, I should have done that, I can't believe I made that mistake. And what they don't realize is inadvertently, when you do that, you are mentally rehearsing a negative outcome. You're giving attention and giving energy to what you don't want. You are literally firing and wiring your brain to create a neural pathway that will create this endless loop of a repetitive negative pattern, a habit. So yes, take responsibility. Yes, be truthful, be honest, but we don't want to make it any worse, and we don't want to ruminate on it. The second part of that, the science piece, in all the years, the decades in studying psychology and applying it to my life's work in the 4-day Silva immersion experience, and other work that I do, of course, we know that when we beat ourselves up emotionally, when we are having all sorts of negative self-talk, you idiot, and how we talk to ourselves, and the self-talk, that monkey mind, we're also what? Weakening self-esteem. We're punching holes in our emotional makeup. And self-esteem, as you know, is how we feel about ourselves. Self-esteem and how we feel about ourselves contributes to whether we feel we deserve success, we deserve love, we deserve a healthy body, we deserve to prosper and thrive. I can tell you, and I'm not making this up, and this isn't my opinion, this is from all the years of research, and anyone else in psychology, in this work will tell you, so many of our challenges, so many of our difficulties, so much of getting stuck has to do with self-esteem. So much of addictive behavior, self-esteem, for whatever the reason. And that's not what this video is about. So it's important that we nurture a healthy sense of self-worth, that we start saying to them, here's an affirmation. Look at yourself in the mirror before you go to sleep and say, I love and accept myself, and I want to do even better. You've heard some people suggest, I'm enough. And we've got to stop comparing to other people. You are you, I am me. And we're all doing the best we know how to do with what skills we have. So of course, that may mean we need more training, we need more study, we need more research, we need to hire a coach, we need to, whatever it is. So nothing's going to change unless we take action, of course. Just watching this video is not enough. So you may need that extra action. But what I'm saying is, stop beating yourself up. I should have done this at night. And here's what I want you to do. Here's the hack. And this is an aspect of what some would call being more compassionate in how you speak to yourself, how we speak to ourselves, being more loving. So at night, you're reviewing the day. Do this in bed. If, however, you fall asleep too easily, you know the type, you might be one of them like myself, sit up in bed or sit in a chair. The idea is to do this before going to sleep, because the subconscious will tend to integrate the dominant thoughts, especially those dominant thoughts, just before we go off to sleep. So you're reviewing the day from when you first woke up. And very important, step number 1, write this down. If you're a meditator, enter a quiet meditative state. Change your state. Close your eyes. Some slow, deep breaths. Whatever practice you do. Then, as you're reviewing the day, any success, any progress you've made, yes! Now, I don't know you and your spiritual practice, but you might say, thank you, universe. Thank you, God. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, somebody. Just feel, not just say it to yourself, feel genuine appreciation even for teeny tiny success. Yes, I'm talking about the attitude of gratitude. And it's important. I recommend use the word I appreciate. Yes, thank you. Feel good about it. And of course, if it was a big success, celebrate it. And not go out and get drunk and go unconscious and then you forget what it is you did. It's the surest way to have more is to first appreciate what you do have, even if it's very little. Then, note any shortcoming, any mistake. Maybe you're unkind to someone. Maybe you were impatient with your child. Maybe you said you wish you hadn't said something to your spouse. Maybe you made a huge mistake with your client and you left something out. You made it what they call an error of omission. Doesn't matter. Acknowledge it. Take responsibility, yes. Note it. And then what I want you to do is not ruminate on it, not give it too much attention. Make believe you're a movie director, or like you're watching a video of you in your life, however you do it. Some might call this timeline work. I want you in your imagination to go back in time and imagine as if you were back in time to that very moment, as if you were there, not to re-experience it, but be an observer, be a witness. Be like a reporter, and you're looking, observing you, this person, as if it's this person in the third person, and you're watching, and you stop. So when you're making it, you remember yourself, the mistake you made, the error in judgment, the bad words, whatever, stop and say, this is not me. This is not how I want to be. I am better than that. And give yourself permission. Yes, say to yourself, I give myself permission not to be perfect. I can do better. That's how you forgive yourself. And forgiveness starts at home with ourselves. And then as you do that, reframe it. And again, as if you're a movie director, cut. Reframe it the way you'd like it to be. So imagine you're in that situation and you're more patient. You're acting more appropriately. You're at your best. Whatever it is, might be. And I want you then to go to sleep with those being your last thoughts of the night before you go off. And I can tell you, I want you to do this each and every night. I'd love to hear from you. Anywhere you find this video, whether it be on Facebook or on the YouTube channel or my blog post, I'd like to hear from your results. And maybe you have some questions. I can help you out more with that. It is a proven strategy, a proven life hack that you will be able to literally from day to day measure, sometimes small progress, slow but sure, sometimes really big progress, but it's there, it's measurable. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know you will find great value in this when you actually apply it and live by that. I want to thank you for watching. You rock just by the fact that you're taking your time, your precious time to watch this. And may I ask you a solid? If you're finding this of value in your own life and you're resonating with the message, perhaps there's somebody in your life who could benefit also from hearing this and learning this tool. Share it with them. It could make it could be a game changer for that friend. And of course, it helps me to get my message out and it helps to support my work. And if you'd like to find out more subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my blog post on my Silva Method of Connecticut webpage, and you will get lots of free videos, lots of instructive videos, because I want to be your how-to guy. So thanks again for watching, and remember, you are far more than what you appear to be. In fact, you're better.